This is your home for the Cardinals. Eudora Sports Live.
Van Dong in motion. The give is to Moody. Moody ducks down and dives in. He's standing over the ball. He's going to take it quickly. Looking across the field, and he's got it! It's Jude Whalen. And now Addy Hephill puts it away for the Cards. They'll take a 2-set lead. Hendrickson in motion, give to Duncan. Duncan, and he trucks the safety. Is he in?
It's time for the Cardinals on your home for Eudora High School Athletics. Eudora Sports Live.
Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome in here. We are in Paola. We are on the road here filling in for the Paola crew. So if you are tuning in from the Paola side of things, thank you for tuning in here on Eudora Sports Live. It's going to be not a homer broadcast for you guys, unfortunately, though we are in your home. But it'll be Kevin McAvoy, myself, Reed McAvoy here filling in Paola. We've got the Eudora squad taking on the Panthers here on the road. When we are back, it'll be some pregame analysis for this matchup. We've got about 8 minutes before our opening tip-off. You are in the right place for Cardinals and Panthers basketball.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
All right, welcome into our Fort Scott Community College pregame show. You belong at Fort Scott Community College. From nursing to farm and ranch management, John Deere tech to theater, and so much more, as well as championship caliber athletic programs. Learn more at fortscott.edu. So it's going to be, this is an overpowered matchup. Just to put it bluntly here, the Lady Cards, they come in 14-2. The Paola girls, they come in 2-15. It has been a rough year for them. However, they have won 2 of their last 5, so there is that going for them. They're on as good of a streak as they could be on right now.
And you never want to overlook an opponent. You always got to play them as if they can beat you, and then you have to show your best.
Yeah, and there is the factor of playing on the road here. That always makes it a little more difficult, but this Lady Cards team have just been fantastic this year, and you have to expect it to be a win for them, but even last time when they beat them, it was a 45-point victory in Eudora. 66-21 was the final score there. But the Lady Cards, we talked, Hayden and I talked about it in the postgame. The Cards looked determined to learn something from that game. They weren't just there to, Hayden said it before, they never let the win come to them. The Cardinals were playing their best ball. Defensively, they were fantastic, and they also added more than 60 points to that. So they were going to come away from that having bettered themselves. And I think that also can likely benefit the Paola side of things in that, having an opponent respect you and play you hard. Certainly there is a chance for them, but if you want to find their last win, it was in Eudora, February of 2023. And that was a low-scoring one, 28-23. And honestly, that's what it would have to be if the Panthers are going to beat the Cardinals. They'd have to somehow get the Cardinals into a low-scoring, scrappy game. That's just what it would take. The Cardinals defense tends to create a lot of opportunities for themselves to add points. So even if they're not the most efficient offensively, they just have a large quantity of opportunities. But yeah, it should be an interesting one. Is there anything that you're going to be looking for in this matchup here, Kevin?
Well, so I would say that we talked about the defense, right? Obviously, you have really gritty players out there who are moving the ball up court off on the defensive turnovers. But I think the power of the three-point shot will be interesting to see tonight. The Lady Cards have been generally potent shooters from outside the arc, and we'll see if that continues tonight.
Yeah, certainly will be an interesting one. You're going to be looking at players like Ava Dye, Izzy Brunkow on the Cardinals side, as well as big contributions from Bryn Dieterding and Peyton Lewis, very likely. On the Panther side of things, Ellie Smale tends to be a good player for them. They've got some solid contributors on their side of things. Stevie Bassett and Amanda Pitzer are the three seniors there. Ellie Smale, Bassett, and Pitzer, three seniors on their side of things. Cardinals only have one senior on their roster, but that has hardly affected them this year as they look to continue what has been an undefeated Frontier League campaign, following up on their undefeated Frontier League title from last year. It has been an amazing run for this Lady Cards team, and they look to get another win under their belt here tonight. We've got about 3 minutes before we get our opening tip-off, which will be brought to us by Wolf Diagnostic and Automotive. Since 2005, Wolf Diagnostic and Automotive has been keeping Eudora moving. You can find them at 208 East Street. From tune-ups to major repairs, they service all makes and models with honesty and care. Call 785-542-5152 today, and Wolf Diagnostic will get you back on the road quickly. We've got about 2 minutes, 45 seconds before that opening tip, so we will go to one last commercial break, and it'll be time for some Lady Cardinals and Lady Panthers basketball.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Are you looking?
All right, we're going to let you listen in here to the Paola PA announcer as he announces the starting lineup.
It's now time to meet tonight's starting lineup and alternating in your order. Getting first with the guest all starting with first round is a 5'9" freshman, number 5, Victor Lewis.
For the Cards, that's Peyton Lewis, Britton Dieterding, Izzy Brunkow, Ava Dye, Jayla Coulter. On the other side, we've got Amanda Pitzer, Ashlyn Katzer, Hallie Ball, Ellie Smale. I had a bit of a hard time making out one of the last starters there in that starting five. We'll see who's out there on the floor. You can see it is also a pink out here for the Panthers at home. So they will be wearing pink. The Cardinals are wearing their road navy blues here tonight. So we are about to get going here in this home of the Paola Panthers. A very nice gym here, a good setup for us as well. It should be a nice broadcast for you guys. We've got good Wi-Fi, a good stable table here. Knock on wood, but it should be a nice stream for you guys as well, hopefully. Looks like that last starter out there is Bryn Sanders for the Panthers. Here we go. The Cardinals, well, Dye got to it, but Ellie Smale able to corral it, so the Panthers will start with the first possession here. Again, they've won 2 of their last 5, which is both of their wins thus far this season. Cards have won 6 straight at this point. Still have not dropped a regular season game. Both of their losses were in tournament play. This is Smale, 5 on the shot clock, and it's going to be a jump ball there between Smale and Lewis, so the Cards will take possession away. Defensively, they were fantastic against the Panthers in Eudora, and I mean, that is where this team leads. So great defensively. They create so many opportunities because of it. Here is the freshman Peyton Lewis in the paint, being swarmed, gets the shot off, can't score, grabs her own rebound, now under triple coverage, and we're going to get another jump ball here. So the Panthers take the ball back. Forcing empty possessions will be really big for the Panthers. If they can do that, they might have a chance to hold on in this game. But looking at the paper, looking at the way these two seasons have gone, it seems like it's going to be difficult for them to stick around in this game. Driving towards the paint very nicely, and a great shot, and the Panthers grab the lead through the senior Amanda Pitzer. Getting into the paint has been really difficult for teams against the Cards this year. Pitzer did a nice job there, and then they're going to get the ball back. A good start here for the Panthers. This is Hallie Ball, the freshman, but they will not be able to do anything with that possession and give it back to the Cards. Jayla Coulter had a fantastic game against Ottawa. Both of her games against Ottawa, she had very high output, but this will be Dieterding, and she will tie the game. This is Pitzer again, finding her way into the paint. We haven't really seen teams go for this approach of dribbling into the paint. A lot of times they try to pass into the paint, and the Cardinals will not let it happen. But 2 baskets from Amanda Pitzer in similar fashion, just dribbling her way into the paint, and the Cards go scoreless on that possession. If the Panthers can keep up this rhythm of play, they certainly will have a chance in the game. Cards have tended to grow into games this season, though. And it's going to be a shooting foul, so to the line, Lola Canales will go.
Well, and Reed, that's usually a sign of good coaching. If you can see what the team is not capitalizing on and focus on that, get the girls to focus on that, tune up that, improve their game, and you'll see some corrections made here, I imagine, here in the first quarter.
The credit where it's due, the Panthers doing everything right thus far. Canales could not get that second one to go, but it is a 3-point lead here for the Panthers. This is Kevin McAvoy alongside myself, Reed McAvoy here, filling in for, I've made a deal. I have to call him Dr. Aaron Feely because he stood in for me earlier this season, helped me be able to finish my degree at Washburn. Coulter tucks that one away. So when he needed somebody to fill in for him, I was very ready to be that person, and especially getting to follow the Eudora team here. Pitzer again trying to dribble into the paint. This time Izzy Brunkow won't let it happen. So she will pull up from 3, and not a bad shot, but it doesn't go. Coulter brings it down. Izzy Brunkow in a 1v2, steps past them both. Couldn't get it though off the glass.
I imagine in the, if not made soon, in the second quarter, you'll see an emphasis on team rebounding for the Lady Cards.
Here again, pulling up is Pitzer. She drains it. She's got 7 points here. And has given a 4-point lead to the hosts. Cardinals got to be thinking this is not how they were expecting things to start. Ava Dye, though, keeps a cool head. Gets her first points. Coulter takes that one. His ball put it on the floor. Coulter, we're going for Lewis on the bounce pass. It'll stay in Cardinals' possession. The official here, not sure what that was.
So
No.
it looks like they're calling a foul instead of just a knock out of bounds.
Okay.
They don't put it on the board.
Yeah, I didn't see him indicate a number. I'm not sure what happened there, but regardless, Cardinals get the inbound. Dye can't make that shot. Now we will have a foul, and it will favor the Panthers. So a second team foul against Eudora. That one was on Lewis.
Lady Cards move into their full court press. They're about to turn the defense on.
This is Ball working against Coulter. She gets some space, able to find Smale, and then Smale has her pass deflected back to her. She's now working into the paint, back out for Pitzer. That one couldn't go for her. She's had a good start, but could not connect on that shot. Lewis thinks about it, goes for it, drains it, Cards lead. And then Lewis comes away limping after that one. And Paola will call a timeout. Coach Jamie Butler wanting to talk things over with her team after she's seen their 4-point lead turn into a 1-point deficit. But it's a hot start here for the Panthers. What are you seeing so far, Kevin?
Yeah, so they focus on what they're good at, right? If they're good about getting Pitzer down low, getting her the ball, let's keep doing that, right? If it keeps working, why not keep using it? Meanwhile, the Lady Cards focus on the defense, turn up the pressure, already have a couple turnovers, and then capitalize with a three-pointer, as we talked about pregame. Defense and threes, some of those strong suits for the Cardinals.
It's interesting to see how much whatever happened to Peyton Lewis affects her. She will stay on the bench. Avery Warren will come in for her.
I think also another strong suit for the Cardinals is the depth of their bench. They have a handful of really talented young ladies.
No, absolutely. We saw at the Tongi Invitational, this one's going to go into the backcourt. So that's going to be a giveaway. We saw in the fourth quarter of a game that the Cards were winning comfortably, they threw in 5 players from the bench, and each one of them drained a 3 in that fourth quarter. Dieterding gets some great space on the pass from Dye and scores. Good play call there from Coach Brandon Parker, who recently hit 100 career wins. Here is Pitzer. She's been the catalyst for her team. Finds in the corner Canales. Pitzer going all the way across to Ball. She lost the handle, gets it back. 5 on the shot clock. They need to get something off quick. Pitzer's going to have to just shoot this one. She will, and it won't go off the front rim. No one there for the rebound except for the Cardinals. Avery Warren off the bench. Couldn't get that one. Dye, though, gets an and one.
She was there for the offensive rebound, drove into the paint, drew the contact, got the shot. All the things you hope to see as a coach.
Cards are on a 7-0 run here. More than that, a 9-0 run. Cards got it back, but then give it away just as quickly. Brooks will check in.
Another turnover there on the backcourt violation.
Yeah, the passing just not been as crisp as the Panthers would like. We've got to get back to the way they were playing at the start of this quarter, because a lot of times if the Cardinals can get a sizable lead, they will not let it go away. Minute 45 to go in this first quarter. Dieterding steps in against 4 defenders and draws a shooting foul.
Something also that the Cardinals took control of was their fouling. First 90 seconds, 2 minutes, they'd given up a couple of fouls. They have stopped that and got back into their own rhythm.
And now even drawn a couple.
Yeah, so definitely moving that balance the right direction for the Lady Cards.
Couple subs for Paola. They send back in Amanda Pitzer. Dieterding gets them both. She's leading this game with 6 points. She will go out. Peyton Lewis will return.
Leading the game for Eudora.
You're right. Pitzer's got 7. Here is Pitzer. Deceptive pass to the corner. The three, though, too high from Bryn Sanders. Lewis left earlier after limping, so good to see her back out on the floor. Coulter spinning under a lot of pressure from the Paola D. Finds Brooks. Cards being smothered by the Panthers after entering the three-point arc. And ball on the floor here. We'll get, is that a fourth jump ball this quarter?
Yeah.
So just under a minute to go. 8 on the shot clock. This play will need to be somewhat quick for the Cards. And that one is going to go into the backcourt, but because it's on the inbound, that's all right. With 5 seconds left. Warren in the corner. Can't get it. It does reset the clock, though. Lewis rebounds. And is that an offensive foul there?
Yeah, pushing.
So it's a third team foul, second against Peyton Lewis, who will be replaced by Izzy Brunkow. Paola would love to get one more basket here before the quarter ends. They started it very nicely and have done a good job to keep themselves close. Pitzer again working towards the paint. Oh, unfortunate bounce for her. And now the Cards have the ball, shot clock off. Coulter against a couple defenders, fouls on the floor. It's a third foul against the hosts. Coulter looks like she's going to the line here.
I thought he indicated on the floor as well. Possibly got overruled. But
oh, wow, they're giving her the basket and making it an and one.
Wow.
That is a surprising call there. But Coulter converts on the three-point play. And now it's a 10-point lead for the Cards. That is not ideal for the Panthers. Can they get something back, though, in these last moments? They sure no, they can't.
Wow, just not bouncing their way right now.
But it will stay their ball. With 7 to go. That was Ellie Smale. She'll be upset at herself not getting that one because you don't get an opportunity like that against this Cards D very often. This is Ball, the freshman, can't get it. Still alive, and with 0.5 to go, it's a Cardinals ball. And the Cards not going to try and do anything fancy at the end. They will take their 10-point lead into the second quarter.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit EudoraVet.com.
We ended with a surprising call there near the end of that first quarter, giving an and one to Coulter, which has made this a 10-point deficit for the Panthers. A lot of times that can tend to be a point of no return for teams, but the Panthers have looked good at points in this first quarter, in the start of this game thus far. That one won't go for them, though. They need to start hitting some more shots. It's been a while since they've scored at this point. This game was at 1.84 Paola. It's now 8-18 Cards. They've gone on quite a run here, but even during this run, the Panthers have still looked very close to scoring, have looked solid, just have not actually been able to put points up yet.
No, they've definitely had good opportunities to score, and if they keep getting those, they will turn it on.
We'll see our first foul call of the second quarter go against the Panthers. Dieterding in the corner, almost couldn't get that to go. Panthers come away with it. There have been empty possessions for the Cards. We said they're not the world's most efficient offense, but they get presented so many chances by their defense. It rarely matters. That one's going to be swiped straight away from Brooks.
A little turnabout being fair play, a couple of steals back and forth.
Here is the Panthers getting the ball into the paint. They've certainly been doing that better than many an opponent have been able to against the Cards. Pitzer especially has found herself with a couple chances. That one high off the glass. Here's Dieterding behind the whole defense, and she'll score. At this point, it is a 16-point run for the Cards. Canales might look to put an end to that. And the bounce pass doesn't find anyone. Jayla Coulter on the breakaway has a couple teammates with her, but there will be a foul on the floor.
Make sure it's not an and one.
That was very surprising. It seemed like the whistle was blown and everything was done, and then Coulter took the shot just as a part of standing near to the basket, and they ended up giving it to her, and now they are sending her to the line. What for?
I'm thinking that the referees are having a difference of opinion on shooting fouls versus non-shooting fouls, and the chief referee is overruling.
We were literally joking about her being sent to the line for that foul, and it wasn't even an and one. They're calling it just a shooting foul, and she converts them both. Well, let's not harp on it too much. We don't want to get in trouble with BJ. I'm not supposed to criticize refs too much, but that one, to the naked eye, doesn't seem to make much sense to us up here. Here's Smale in the paint, out to Canales in the corner. She can't get it. Loose ball, Brunkhaus collects it. Lori Brooks gets her first points. The run continues for the Cards, 20 unanswered.
Reed, I'm not here every week, but I don't know that we emphasize enough the athleticism of the Lady Cards.
Yeah.
Their speed up and down the court, their aggression on defense, all these things are tremendous pace that they keep up.
That one's certainly a clean and one call there. Dye will go to the line. She missed earlier on what would have been a three-point play. Third team foul against the Panthers, a first against Amanda Pitzer.
And quick accumulation here in the first 2.5 minutes.
Dye's not been able to convert on either of her and one opportunities, but does have 6 points contributed. Unfortunately, this is turning out to be how it looked like we were expecting things to go, but the Panthers had a very solid first quarter. We were hoping they could build on it. Just as I start to say that, though, Smale puts an end to that running of scoring for the Cards. Dye will get a quick response. She'll go back to the line again.
If at first you don't succeed, try, and then try again. See if the third time is a charm here on the and one option.
Ava Dye again. That three from Ellie Smale put an end to a 22-point run by the Cards. But Dye quickly negates that basket with the three-point play. And then Coach Butler will call a timeout. We'll go ahead and take a break as well.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Back out of the Paola timeout. 5:06 to go. The Cards went on a significant run and have built a big lead here. At this point, it would take a lot going right for the Panthers consecutively. And this has been, unfortunately, more what we were expecting this game to look like, but the Panthers were looking set to give us something that was unexpected after that really solid first part of the first quarter.
Well, and it would be a different game also if they had made those 3 easy layups that they were in the paint on. They would have had a little momentum. They just were unable to capitalize.
That was Ashlyn Katzer that time in the paint. They certainly have been able to get to the paint better than your average Eudora opponent. That one was tipped into the backcourt, so it was allowed. Lewis, short or long two. Carly Owens got hit with the foul there. Her first, team's first. This is Smale, not gonna rush things. Stevie Bassett, one of the seniors, being swarmed by a couple Cardinals defenders, and they did take it away from her but could not keep it in bounds. So still a Panthers ball, 11 on the shot clock. They send back in their leading scorer, Amanda Pitzer. Long inbound, does connect there with Katzer. And Pitzer draws a shooting foul on Lewis. That's her third and a fifth against the Cards, so the Panthers are into the bonus.
Yeah, that long inbound, if Izzy had had an eye on the ball, she would easily have intercepted it.
My mistake. A second team foul. There's 4 against Paola. Not into the bonus, but it is a third against Peyton Lewis.
And she and Izzy Brunkhouse slide off substitutes.
Pitzer couldn't get either of those to go to add to her solid tally in this game. And here's Avery Warren. In and out for her. No good to the Baker commit. Pitzer again will draw a shooting foul. She'll get a chance at redemption from the line. That's a third team foul against Eudora.
Puts her up to 9 points, I think, Reed. Is that about accurate?
Yes, good showing from the senior. And they're also on a, well, now 7-5 run, but the Panthers still leading on that passage of play. This is Canales going for the three, no good.
Rebound brought quickly up court by the Cardinals, and then mishandled out of bounds, unfortunately.
Here, all by herself, is Pitzer. She's into double digits. It's a 9-5 run the Panthers are on right now. Owens let go of that one too early, but got it back.
Cardinals retain the ball.
And Ava Dye, a great finish and a great connection between her and Dieterding. Dye has 13. Pitzer again trying to work towards the paint. And that time the Panthers creating a great opportunity in scoring.
Really solid ball movement there. Found the open player down low in the post.
Dye and Coulter, oh my word, the chemistry between those two. How did she know that she was there? Hallie Ball. Pitzer wasn't quite sure what she wanted to do with that one, gave it away, and Dieterding will make them pay. She's got 10, under a minute to go now.
Lady Cards see if they can break 40 here in the first half.
Pitzer gets it poked away. Panthers retain possession. Bryn Sanders comes back in, as well as Stevie Bassett. Sanders might find some room in the paint, but Brooks got a hand to the ball, poked it away from her. Dieterding wants the three, drains it.
I don't know what Lady Card's highest scoring game has been this year, Reed, but I think they might be on track for setting a record for the year.
Go ahead and look at that at halftime, see what that's looking like. Their 66-point performance last time against Paola's got to be up there. Avery Warren gets her first points off the bench. And that will do it for our first half. The Cardinals sitting pretty here. They've got a big lead as we go to halftime.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch Varsity Sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Your halftime show is brought to you by Attic Storage of Eudora. Attic offers climate-controlled units, RV and vehicle storage, as well as clean, move-in ready spaces. They are veteran-owned and community-focused, and they feature monitored 24/7 access with friendly on-site managers. Rent, reserve, and pay online anytime at attic-storage.com. So Kevin, you mentioned, feels like the Cards are on pace, and statistically they are on pace for their highest scoring game of the season. They put up 75, though, against Atchison, only the second game of the year. That Atchison team, by the way, no pushover. They are 9-9 this year. That was a 75-24 win for the Cards. Unbelievable output there. But they have also had great output here, despite starting a little slow within the first quarter. By the end of the first quarter, they already had a 10-point lead. But it was 8-4 Paola within that first quarter. They seemed like they were getting everything going their way for a second, but that has definitely not kept up, as unfortunately we're here at halftime, and the hosts find themselves trailing pretty big here.
Yeah, so I'd imagine that the coach for the Cardinals is talking about watching the paint a little better, right? The Panthers have been able to get into the paint. They will work their way down, sometimes with passing, sometimes with dribbling. So I imagine the defense will harden around the lane this second half. I think you'll see the continuation of the three-point shooting, which has been effective, and that's just one of the weapons that Lady Cardinals keep using. And I think the Panthers should be doing more of that as well. They've had a couple of their three-pointers drop. So no reason to not be doing a good job, getting good shots. Their ball movement has been impressive. So if they can take a step back, move that ball around, look for the open player, get the clean shots, see if you can get the young lady in the low post again, like she scored already once or twice. If Pittsburgh can get down there, continue to drive into the lane, it could be a real solid second half.
Yeah, I think there is certainly a way in for this Paola team, but it would have to be a lot. I think at this point they are just going to trying to make it look like a good final score here. But there is a lot of time left for them to try and go on a big run. They started this game looking promising. Certainly if they could start to make some threes hit, they've had players open in the corners. The Cardinals have allowed them that, and it's because the Panthers have then either had some inaccurate threes or just completely passed up the opportunity. Maybe you get to a point where you say, why not try, let it go? But they also have been able to work into the paint impressively. I I have liked that. If they could start to convert there and also just hit free throws at a better rate, there's certainly something here for the Panthers in this game, and they could definitely at least learn from this quality Eudora squad. So
yeah, another strength for the Lady Cards has been the fast break. Getting that ball down court, finding the ladies under the hoop, or just doing it one-on-one, just driving down. Really impressive play.
We will go ahead and go to another break here on this Attic Storage of Eudora halftime show.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, service.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Hey, I'm Mike Grope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done.
Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds Band or Theater Department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
What would happen if I had to pick?
All right, third quarter action here between the Cards and the Panthers. A big lead here for Eudora on the road. The Panthers started out this game very well. Maybe they could start the second half well here and try and work their way back, but it they do find themselves staring at a big deficit and having us talking about things like maybe the Cardinals putting up their biggest tally of the season, which is definitely not where they would like to be.
Well, then they got to play more effective defense. They have the ability to stop a team from scoring them, theoretically.
Coulter has 9 points for the Cards, which puts her third on the team. Hallie Ball goes for the three. We talked about that in the break. Wasn't so far off, but does not go. And here's Peyton Lewis. She's got 3 fouls, so she'll have to think about that throughout this second half. There will be a foul against Katzer. Dieterding working against 2 or 3 defenders, and the Panthers get a hand to it, but can't actually swipe possession away. Lewis driving, looking for a foul through a lot of contact, but it won't come. This is Sanders, and now Ellie Smale. And Dye able to pick that one off. She's got a couple teammates only against 1 defender, and Dieterding can't convert it. Coulter gets it out to Brunkow. Still not good for the Cards, but they do have possession, and now Dye will slow it down. There's good evidence there. The Cards, not the world's most efficient offense, but they are so effective defensively. And getting all those rebounds doesn't hurt either. Brunkow spins, shoots, and scores her first points. They work it into the paint, finds Smale, gets it out to Ball. A couple different chances there to try and shoot that they pass up on. And now we're under 10 on the shot clock. Pitzer's going to have to make something happen here. Now Smale in for Sanders, has to go up for it, and will draw a shooting foul.
Got to admit, Reed, back in my day, if I had that position, I'd gone for a small hook shot there in the low post. But not every player knows how to make that one work.
Yeah, is there any specific reasoning you're seeing for why they passed up both the shot in the paint or the open corner 3 there?
Well, in the paint, she was double teamed, which would be good for drawing a foul, frankly.
Right.
Yeah, some players just don't want to shoot the ball sometimes.
Sanders does get 1 of the 2 to go to get her first point tonight and put the Panthers up to 20. I think that's a big thing for the Panthers if they could just be a little more bold with their shot selection. I'm sure it will contribute to them not making all of those shots, but you definitely can't make it if you don't get the ball off and you don't really want to be forced into a shot by the shot clock.
No, certainly you're right there. You know, as Wayne Gretzky famously said, you miss all the shots you don't take.
Dieterding doesn't get that to go. It'll be a Panthers ball. The Panthers a season ago were only able to get 1 win. It was within the Frontier League against Bonner. Pitzer will draw a shooting foul. To the line she'll go where she is 2 of 4. For the Cards, you want to find their last loss in the Frontier League. It was February of 2024 against Spring Hill. So these are 2 teams that have just been trending in different directions within Frontier League play. And there are plenty of ebbs and flows for school programs like this. Only a few years ago, the Cards lost to Paola at 28-23 in a season where they won only 6 games. But they have been in double-digit wins for multiple consecutive seasons now.
Well, and we happened to be here for the ladies JV game, and saw a similar result. The younger ladies out to an impressive lead, and hung on for a pretty solid victory. So in addition to a deep bench for the Lady Cards on the varsity, they would seem to have some JV players who will be up-and-comers.
Certainly. Brunkow thought that might be a foul, but it will be a clean block, so still Cardinals ball. Great inbound, finds Dye and scores. Not the first time they've done that. She has 15.
That has been a very potent play for the ladies all season long. The defense isn't ready to immediately adjust. Those shots just catch them off guard.
Driving, Pitzer, great basket. She also has 15.
Tell you, if she had a twin sister, man, it'd be a whole different game.
Lewis will quickly get an and one chance. And she does convert on the three-point play. We've referred to 50 as the magic number for the Cards. Tends to be enough to get past most opponents with how good their defense can perform. They might hit that here in the third quarter. The Panthers, though, have already beat their tally that they got when these teams met the first time around. They put up 21 in that game. Hallie Ball might pull up from 3 here. She did it earlier. She's going to get trapped, though, and run out of time. Dieterding swipes it. And all by herself, she will go up and score. More indecision for the Panthers, costing them there.
I imagine Coach will be talking about that here in the timeout.
Yeah, we might see the Panthers pull up for more after this one. We'll go ahead and go to a quick commercial break.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Your home for
Back out of the Panthers timeout. They will start with the ball. Pitzer, their leading contributor, is able to connect on the inbound. And given away there, Lewis swipes it from the Panthers player. Dieterding can't get that one. Rebound. Oh, there's going to be a jump ball, which favors Paola. The inbound here, they might give it away, and they do. The Cards swipe it Owens. The Cardinals defense just that strong. What do we got here? It's pointing at Ava Dye.
Possibly a uniform problem or maybe bleeding. Who knows?
Cardinals will retain the ball. Yeah, Dye just goes and takes a seat on the bench. Not sure there, but the fact the Panthers giving away on the inbound just shows the struggles in this game and really more so reflects how strong this Cardinals D is.
Well, and you know, right now it really is kind of their backbone. That defense does a lot for the game in general.
Warren all by herself. Couldn't get it though. And then could not get around the Panthers player to fight for that rebound. Two to go in the quarter. Lewis comes up with that. She's in a 2v1 and couldn't get it to her teammate, but does get it back. And now Owens with a short shot, in and out. Fighting over the loose ball, Warren crashes into her teammate's bench.
Yeah, so the Panthers really need to just take a breath. You know, hold the ball a couple seconds, but then be decisive on offense. They can't let those shot clocks run out on them again.
We were speculating that last Paola timeout might be Coach Butler asking her players to be more decisive on taking shooting opportunities. Let's see how their possessions look going forward. And going to be a foul there against Owens. Third foul against Eudora. Canales trying to force it into the paint, but Coulter not letting that happen. Brunkow working along the baseline. Owens finds herself free, but couldn't get it to go. Wow. Brooks and Smale fighting over it. Cards ball. Oh, there's actually a foul call in there against the Cards. They hit Lori Brooks with one. It's the team's fourth.
With a minute to go in the quarter, that's not going to be a dramatic part of the game.
No, but for the Cards, they put up 18 in the first, 24 in the second. They've only put up 9 so far in the third. The Panthers have only been able to add 5 in that time. Not a perfect quarter for the Cards at all. Maybe the Panthers could at least get back to even within this quarter, but that one goes off the hands of Canales and out of bounds.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Coach kind of changed the priorities. I think they have a lot of points, so let's tune up the defense, and the aggression on the boards has certainly been amped up.
With the shot clock off, Coulter will not rush things. And she did not get out of the zone in time there.
Yeah, one of the lesser called infractions there, when you're guarded actively, you can have 5 seconds with the ball in your hand, 5 seconds with the ball on the floor dribbling. And if you don't pass off, then you lose possession.
Brooks, though, does take possession away. Warren maybe got it off, but it doesn't go. So a 51-24 will be our score as we go into the fourth quarter.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Eudora Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. Kansas Insurance believes in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. Proudly bringing Eudora Sports Live to Cardinals fans everywhere and to you Panthers fans here tonight. We are here in Paola, filling in for the Panthers crew. And we'll bounce to Brooks and now Brunkow. We get going on this fourth quarter, in and out from Izzy Brunkow. Then Lewis swipes it right back out of the hands of Sanders, and then they take it back again and give it away. Back and forth, a little messy to start this fourth quarter, and there will be a foul in there. The inbound finds Brooks, who couldn't get that one to go, somewhat surprisingly. And the out-of-bounds ball will favor Paola.
So, Reed, you mentioned that they're on a pink out this evening. I was going to say that I'm impressed with the level of activity. The entire band, a lot of the fans, both teams on the boys and girls for Paola, pretty good.
Yeah, it seems to be for breast cancer awareness here for the Panthers, and it is a full participation, certainly, by the Panthers faithful. Their boys team will also be wearing pink tonight.
At least for the warm-ups. I can't guarantee the uniforms are also pink, but the warm-ups are.
In the corner here, this is Hallie Ball. Still, the Panthers letting time run very low, but Katzer gets that to go. Still being very patient, maybe overly patient, but on that occasion it does work out for them.
Well, patience is a virtue and all, but when you're down by nearly double your score, you really need to take opportunities and to score quickly.
Dieterding drains the corner three. She's closing in on 20, up to 18 points.
That pushes the gap to 30 points.
I think that might initiate a running clock throughout this quarter now. We'll see. Pitzer goes to the ground, and it will be a foul. And yes, we do now have a running clock for the remainder of this fourth quarter due to the 30-point margin.
That'll certainly put a crimp in the Lady Cards' ability to score.
Pitzer, wow, 2 chances that don't go for her. Shots that she has made a few times tonight.
Call the jump ball. Ball stays with Paola.
Certainly no need for patience now. You'd really like to see them just try and get some shots off. Pitzer will turn and score. Brunkow hits the three.
Beautifully taken.
Here's Smale against 4 Cardinals defenders between her and the basket. Goes out to Sanders, and now Smale couldn't get that one to go. And a foul on the rebound effort.
Fourth personal foul. Wow.
So they'll go ahead and take her out, send back in Lola Canales. Smale contributed 3 points tonight, the 5'7" senior.
So we've got a line change coming in. We got three young ladies coming in.
Coulter breaks through the perimeter, goes up and scores through contact. Cards closing in on matching their tally in the first matchup with Paola. That was 66. And Bassett couldn't drop that one in. Owens has Warren open, connects with her, but she was slowed down a bit there. Good defensive effort by Paola. Brunkow steps past a couple, pulls up and scores.
She's certainly come on here in the fourth quarter.
And with 3 to go, there will be a timeout here. So just to make the subs here, that was how they announced it. They said timeouts for substitutions.
Might be because of the running clock. They might have a special thing for that.
For the Cards, they sent out Emma Sarber. Looks like she's going to be joined by a couple other players. Get your names there. So it's going to be a shooting foul. Kylie Bourne, as well as Brooke Mulvihill, getting their first minutes alongside Warren and Owens. Freshman Hallie Ball gets her first point tonight. And now the Cards take off a couple more players to send in Aspen Spellman. I believe that's going to be Marley Folks out there. It is.
Remember, right, Aspen was one of the ones who dropped a 3 off the bench.
Yes. No, all 5 out there are the 5 that drained a three-pointer each in a Tongi Invitational matchup. I forget which opponent it was, but it was the first round matchup. It was a fantastic fourth from the bench contributors, and they will make another contribution there, the connection between Folks and Sarber. Pulling up for 3, Hallie Ball can't get it. Few Cards fighting over the rebound. They realize and calmly collect it. This is Kylie Bourne. And now Aspen Spellman.
Wow. It's a little bit of contact to not get a foul call.
Gonna need to get a shot off soon here. It's in the hands of Folks. She'll get it to Bourne, who goes for it, but it was a tough angle there. Hits off the outside of the glass.
Inside the last minute, running down 45 seconds or so now. So if the Cards can get any more points, they will move above their 66 from last time, correct?
Yes. And that shot comes up short. Swiping it away is Mulvihill. Will they push to try and grab one more basket here late on? They might, but they certainly won't rush for it. Spellman spins and lost the handle on it. Ball takes it away. She will pull up for the last shot of the game. No good, so it's 65-30 is the final score here. The Lady Cards get a 7th consecutive win and stay undefeated within Frontier League play. We'll go to a break, and when we're back, we'll wrap this one up before transitioning to pregame for the boys' game.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
All right, post-game show brought to us by Eudora Animal Hospital. For 40 years, Eudora Animal Hospital has been caring for pets and livestock with fair pricing, trusted service, and compassionate care. Pet owners from across the region trust their four-legged friends to Eudora Animal Hospital. You can learn more at eudoravet.com. So a 65-30 win there for the Cards. In the end, not really anything particularly unexpected for the Cards. They currently here in the Paola gym are recognizing the state championship spirit squad for these Paola Panthers. Very impressive ladies, but that game there, the Lady Cards, I mean, in the end it really was what we were talking about pregame, how we were expecting it to go. It didn't start that way for a minute, but in the end it was a very solid performance. What did you make of the way it all played out?
Well, I think anytime you can keep your opponent to 30 points or under, you've done a really, really good job. And I think in the second half, the Lady Cards were able to kind of really, frankly, de-emphasize scoring. It wasn't a big deal for them. They had all the points that they would need. When they hit 42 at the halftime break, that was enough. And so they were able to focus on other parts of the game, getting other players in. And those are opportunities that coaches enjoy. When you're so far ahead, you get to rotate your squad.
Yeah, it was a very solid performance. You have to give a big shout-out, though, to Amanda Pitzer, the senior, putting
Absolutely.
up 17 points. And really the way the whole team was able to attack the paint, it really was impressive. And had they been able to convert on some more shots, they could have had an inroads here, certainly. And that says something, because there are a lot of teams that have not even been able to create the shooting opportunities they would like against this Cardinals defense. The Panthers were able to do that to a pretty solid extent. So there are signs for that team, and it makes sense. They've won 2 of their last 6 now. So they're a better squad than they've had the last couple of years. They put up some good results, and it's a solid team, but it was always going to be, I mean, it felt almost impossible. That first quarter made it look like there was a chance there for sure, but this Cardinals team,
not the first quarter, the first 3 minutes of the first quarter.
Right.
That really was lopsided in favor of the Panthers, and then it quickly fell back to what we expected.
Yeah, but the Lady Cards team that has now won 15 games, always going to be tough to get one over on them. it was not meant to be tonight for Paola. So it's now 7 consecutive wins for the Lady Cards. Points tallies for the Cardinals: Avery Warren with 2, Peyton Lewis with 6, Dieterding led with 18, Fulks with a couple, Izzy Brunkow with 7, Ava Dye with 15, Lori Brooks with 2, Jayla Coulter with 12. On the other side, Lola Canales with 1, Amanda Pitzer led with 17, Ashlyn Katzer with 4, Bryn Sanders with 1, Hallie Ball with 2, Ellie Smale with 3, and number 23 put up a couple as well. That'll do it here for the postgame of the ladies game. When we're back, it'll be pregame show for the boys matchup, and that is going to certainly be an intriguing one. We'll talk about that more after this.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
All right, welcome to another Fort Scott Community College pregame show. This time it is going to be a matchup between the boys, but both again from Eudora and Paola. Just looking at records alone, the Cards come in 9-8, the Panthers come in 11-7. So it tells you it is going to be a close one, but there was no closer a game than we saw against Paola in Eudora when the Cards won with a buzzer beater. We did the same thing against Ottawa. We showed you a replay of that, so we figured we'll take a quick look at the call of that winning shot by Cy Thomas. And the reason that Hayden Harbs and myself are overreacting when the Panthers missed a free throw is because it was one of 18 free throw misses in the game. They only shot 51% at the line. They went 19 of 37, and they were just giving the Cardinals every chance, as we'll say here in this call.
Again. And again, only a 1-point lead means there is a margin for error here. And the first one goes bad.
Oh, my goodness.
What a fortunate night for the Cardinals.
The Panthers have given the Cards every single opportunity.
They have. They have failed over and over again to put this game away, which is why with 7.5, it's still possible.
Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Here's Thomas, 3 seconds, has to shoot.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Reed, what are we seeing?
Oh my word, are you kidding?
They have done it! The Cardinals have done it!
Unbelievable!
with zeros on the clock, no time left. The Cardinals have run the Panthers out of Eudora.
Holy cow, the Cards have won it! Cy Thomas from forever away!
Wow!
So an unbelievable end to that one, and add on to it, the Cards trailed by 10 in the fourth quarter, and were able to pull that one off. The Panthers will definitely come into this one with a chip on their shoulder, and it was also the first of 2 buzzer beater threes by Cy Thomas this season. Just an unbelievable one there, and one as the Panthers go on this season, they've got to be looking back on thinking, man, if we could have won that game, or they've got a chance here on the road. Last year, these teams did split the series with both teams getting the win on the road. This time, if they were to split, it would be both teams getting the win at home. So we will see how this Panthers team can do here. But yeah, the struggles at the free throw line, they gave the Cardinals every chance. And we talk about it in the postgame on that broadcast, that we thought we were going to be holding that against the Cardinals, thinking, man, the Panthers gave the Cardinals every chance. But we even said within the fourth quarter, it's like within the confines of basketball, this comeback's possible. But within the confines of the momentum, the way this thing's going, it just feels like it's not going to happen today for the Cards. And when they got sent to the line there, it seemed like that was going to be it. If they make even 2 of those 18 missed free throws, they at least get to go to overtime instead of losing their 65-63. That was an unbelievable one. I don't know if we can expect to be in for something similar here or not tonight, but it is interesting looking at the stats coming into it. Another big number from that one. That game contained 59 foul calls between both teams. That was an unbelievable tally there. Somebody after the game came up and said, do you know how many fouls were in that game? And we said, no, how many? And they said 59. I guess we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and mention that one on the broadcast. The Cards have won 4 of their last 5 to get above 500. The Panthers have won 4 of their last 6 to be where they are. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one. What are you going to be looking at in this game, Kevin, knowing all that context?
Well, I'd imagine that the coach for Paola has definitely emphasized foul shooting in the days leading up to today. That's one of the things, part of the game that you can control. One of the rare parts of basketball where there's no defense, right? So we'll see how that goes for the Paola Panthers shooting. And I think you're going to talk about consistency for the Cardinals. Stay away from the highs and lows. Be consistent. Try to avoid those runs where your defense is going to be struggling. But yeah, so we'll see how they go on terms of consistency.
Yeah, the Cards have really been very effective in the close game lately. They did lose a winnable game against Baldwin, but that's been their only loss within the last 5. It has been a very impressive run for them to get to where they are this season. It looked for a while like it was going to be a losing season, and now they've got a chance, if they can continue to keep up this run, to have it be a winning season when all is said and done. So this is going to be a big one here within Frontier League play on the road against Paola. A tough matchup. It's going to be an exciting one. Keep it here on Eudora Sports Live. We've got about 5 minutes before our tip-off.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grasp.
Gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
All right, welcome back in here to the Paola Gym as we're going to get starting lineups here in just a moment.
It's now time
So just to run through that once again here, as it's a little hard to hear in the Paola gym. For your cards, Cy Thomas, Hunter Hertig, Cash Schneider, Cage Crable, and Ryan Osborne. And for Paola, Landon Murdoch, Stephen Bassett, Hoyt Hoffine, Emmett Blackmore, and Lane Hoffine. They took an inch off of Ryan Osborne. They called him 6'6". They called Ryan Osborne 6'6", and I think they also gave an extra inch there to both of the Hoffines, called them both 6'8" there. But this is a very, very tall Paola team. It was something that we talked about in the matchup. The first time around. This is a tall team, but at times it felt like they didn't quite know how to use it. And we've seen that a lot throughout high school, where you see tall players that aren't actually as effective as their height might seem that it should make them. But I think that was also a credit to Ryan Osborne, and we will see what Cage Crable can do as well, getting in on the starting 5 here. As we are underway, our opening tip-off brought to us by Wolf Diagnostic and Automotive. Bassett pulls up for 3 and gets the first points of the game.
Be important to see how the Cardinals respond here. Hate to have points pile up against you.
Cy Thomas had 17 points, including that buzzer beater off the glass. Here's Hoyt Hoffine, and gives that one away. Cage Crable takes it right out of his hands. Osborne gets that 3, and we're tied just like that. You might see the 3-point ball play a very big part in this game today. Here is Hoyt Hoffine from the line, no good. Good atmosphere here for Paola, supporting their winning basketball team. Hoffine having a hard time thus far against Cage Crable. Hoyt Hoffine has 3 offers thus far to play at the college level. Nebraska, Wesleyan, Simpson, and Central College are those 3 offers. He and Lane Hoffine, both 6'8" seniors, according to the roster here. In the corner, Osborne could go for 3 again and gets it.
First lead of the match for Eudora. And a turnover. Cardinals ball. Not a popular call with the fans.
Thomas wanting to find Osborne, does. And he will go through some tough contact to get called for a foul.
Being good at taking a charge on defense is an unsung skill.
This is Landon Murdoch. Bassett. Now Hoyt Hoffine against Crable. Finds the open man who misses. No good from Emmett Blackmore. Points left on the board right there. Can the Cards make them pay? Cy Thomas. Good find to get to Hertig. Osborne again? No, not this time.
It was a great cut that Hunter did get down the paint, give his team an outlet.
Bassett under the basket. Couldn't get it. Schneider with a good defensive effort and throws it into space for Thomas to go up and not get it to go. Couple points left on the board by both teams, and it's going to be 6-5.
They keep this pace up, they're going to wear themselves out and be rolling through substitutions here pretty quickly.
Oh, and a needless giveaway there by Hertig. Here's Blackmore. He'll go up and can't get that one. Hertig did a good job to position himself there. Blackmore has missed a couple short shot opportunities. Crable with a little bit of space. Osborne again in the corner. 2 for 4 from 3, hit his first couple. He was responsible for a large part of the 9-point run over Ottawa that ended up being the margin of victory for the Cards. Another miss there from short range. You could probably already see a bit of what I'm talking about there, Kevin, with the not really knowing how quite to use their height despite being such a tall team.
Yeah, no, it is definitely a skill set to be taught, big man to big man, and not everyone kind of gets it. But keeping that ball up in the air and going for the square, getting the easy layups, not as easy as it might seem.
Otis checks in. He was in the starting 5 against Ottawa. Someone I'll be looking to off the bench for the Cards is going to be Keelan Duncan once he enters in. He only stands 5'10", but he can get up off the ground. And against players, if we're going to say they don't know how to use their height, he also doesn't know how to care about his height. He always is making a tall impact in the game.
I think the Cardinals need to get better at coming to the ball.
Crable with a bit of room, but the Panthers swarm. Hertig gets denied there. Good defensive work by Troy Leonard. This is Murdoch.
In football, you would say that the referees are letting the game play here, but usually there would be more foul calls here in basketball.
Entering here now is Keelan Duncan. They take off Cage Crable. Just shows you the role they trust Duncan with, despite the 3-inch difference there between he and Crable. Julian Otis, corner for Hertig. He likes those corner threes, but didn't feel comfortable pulling up for that one. Thomas hasn't been able to find a lot of room yet. That one won't go. Osborne gets up, brings it down, can't score. Duncan, though, gets the rebound.
As you said, Reed, he certainly outplayed his height there, getting that rebound and getting it out.
And the loose ball, but Osborne able to corral it. He's responsible for all 6 points. And Duncan's going to get hit with the charge there. Something that has been very repetitive for him is whenever he comes in, he quickly will commit a foul or two. I guess that comes with the territory of trying to play outside of your frame. Leland Gherkin and Gannon Miller out there for the Panthers, and Thomas denies that one. We had a hot start here in terms of scoring, and then we have hit a screeching halt. Keep moving is the call from Coach Cleveland. He wants to see the ball moving around, trying to find spaces within the defense. Thomas finally has some room to work, but it passes up the opportunity, dribbles closer, can't get it, and Duncan lost the handle. Just be careful not to foul. Troy Leonard, and now Landon Murdoch, Leland Gherkin. Bounce pass, Hoyt Hoffine. Gherkin goes up and does not get it. We've seen some close opportunities. He comes up holding his side. Hertig on the breakaway will score. First points in a while.
Did a good job of the delayed layup, letting the defense fly right by him.
Murdoch not feeling great, or excuse me, Gherkin not feeling great after that collision under the basket. Murdoch wants the three. Oh, just off. Paola have had quite a few very close shots, and there's yet another. And loose ball will go the way of Eudora. Cash Schneider will come back in alongside Stephen Bassett.
We're already inside the last minute of the first quarter. This quarter has flown by.
It's been back and forth without much scoring. We saw 3 threes hit quickly, 2 by Osborne, 1 by Bassett. And for a while, that was our only scoring. We've only had a couple more baskets since. Otis wants to get in on the three-point party, and he will.
Nothing but net on that shot. Just beautiful.
Cards sitting pretty here with 15 to go in the first quarter. Panthers will try and get something back here at the end. Stephen Bassett working against Duncan. Hoyt Hoffine from way downtown. The Panthers have the last say. They trail by 3, but it is a good start here to this one.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tongalachi!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Rask gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Cards start with the ball here in the second quarter. A very back and forth, but for a while low scoring quarter there. In the end, there were some late contributors. Otis and Hoyt Hoffine each hitting threes. It's a 3-point lead for the visitors. Hurtig, nice bounce pass, but Otis can't convert. We've seen quite a few shots missed like that by the Panthers already. Cardinals have a couple now that they would definitely like to get back. Here is Hoyt Hoffine, spinning against Thomas, drops that one in. Cash Schneider. Otis in the corner. Yep, he's got 2 now. The 3-point ball is going to be a big part of this game. Hoyt Hoffine working hard to find space. Drops that one in, he's got 5. Otis makes his first defender step. Thomas in the corner. No good for him. Loose ball. They do come up with it. Crable waits to enter for the Cards. That one goes through the hands of Bassett, but Blacklock able to recover it. Schneider comes away not feeling great. Lane Hoffine can't hit that one. Thomas against 3 defenders, doesn't get it. Hurtig comes down with it. Hoyt Hoffine swipes that. He's got to go up against Otis, who gets hit with the foul. Despite Hoffine not converting, he will now go to the line.
We'll see if we can call it a productive foul. If shooter only gets 1 or 0 out of this, then foul well spent.
You don't think he would have missed it on his own?
You certainly hope not.
Hoyt Hoffine leads his team with 5 points. And he will look to try and tie it up. Free throws were a big issue, the main issue in their loss against the Cards, only shooting 51% despite going to the line, or with going to the line 37 times.
Wow.
Barely getting more than 50. 19 converted, 18 missed. He does hit them both and tie the game. Otis was getting pressured there by 2 or 3 Panthers defenders.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I'd love to see the Cardinals coming to the ball a little more, giving more options to the ball handler.
Specifically, Cy Thomas has been unable to find any room to operate. The Panthers have done a great job of keeping him individually very uncomfortable. Otis feeling comfortable behind the line, but doesn't get that to go. Panthers with a chance to grab the lead back for the first time since they hit the first basket of the game. That was Bassett. He will try to get this one too, but it won't go.
Cage Crable on the rebound. All right, now when we need to, oh, look at that.
That's a good play there.
Very smart play. Bounce the ball off the defender, get it out of bounds, get a reset. Smart play.
Down. Go down a bit. The scoreboard is in the way. You're good. Crable at the top of the key. Osborne now. Nice shot there by Osborne. He's got 7. This is Stephen Bassett. Searching, prodding, trying to find a shot they're comfortable taking. Osborne got a hand in on that one, poked it away, but there will be a foul, and is it a shooting foul? Looks like it will be. So again to the line goes Hoyt Hoffine.
So if you have the choice of who to foul, I don't think I would be the one fouling him. He seems to have a really fluid shot here from the top of the key. And as I say that, he bricks one.
For Osborne, it's his second foul. There have been a few games recently where he's been in foul trouble. He has not fouled out due to mainly good management by Coach Cleveland. But want to make sure they keep him in his tall presence against this very tall Paola team. Duncan open, but Thomas didn't want to go that way, it seemed. Working between him and Dunback, and now Osborne in the corner, gets it! He's got 11.
Impressive shooting from the corner.
Moving it around again, trying to find a shot they're comfortable taking against this Cardinals D. Murdoch will drive, a nice move, but no luck on that shot. Oh, but then the Cards will give it away. Crable was looking for a tip there, but the call won't come. It's going to be a Panthers ball. Schneider checks in. And Gannon Miller. Miller, the shortest on his team, stands 5'6", does the junior. And Bassett draws a shooting foul.
For the way this game is played so far, hard to see that as a shooting foul for the level of contact that these refs have not been calling.
Crable got hit with that one. It's his first, team's third. Panthers still yet to commit an infraction here in the second.
Or get called for one, rather.
And Bassett goes 2 for 2. Panthers thus far certainly looking much more effective at the free throw line than they did back in Eudora.
But still trailing, nonetheless.
Yes, they did lead for large portions of that game in Eudora. Different story here thus far, but an equally different story at the free throw line.
Yep. And there's that first infraction against the Panthers.
They hit Landon Murdoch, the 5'11 sophomore, with his first. Dunback. Thomas felt like he had enough room to shoot, but he missed, airballed, and then Leonard put a hand to it, so it'll stay in Eudora possession. Thomas, though, has not really looked comfortable thus far shooting. He has no points yet. And the Panthers have not let him be comfortable with the ball in his hands at any point. Schneider, nice shot there. He's got his first couple. Quick movement down to the other side. Gannon Miller goes up. What's the call here? Cardinals ball.
Wow. I gotta say, as a Cash Schneider fan, I want to see the young man get more involved in the game. He has tremendous touch on the shot.
Duncan will go out for Hunter Hertig. And Thomas wasn't comfortable getting rid of that one. Hertig, though, recovered the situation well, got it back to him, but then it gets taken away again. Still loose, Paola on it, and we're gonna see a jump ball call here, it looks like. Oh, and some pushing and shoving. There were 3 technical fouls given out in that last matchup, where there were also 59 fouls the previous time these two teams met up, so definitely not on good terms, these two teams.
Looks like all the pushing and shoving and drawing, still no foul called.
Otis looking for someone, able to connect with Crable. Ten on the shot clock. Otis back with him. He's been dangerous, but they'll go to Dunback. We'll have to get one off soon here. Maybe Hertig. Does he know how much time he has? They say that shot was not off in time, or maybe a foul call. Yeah, there's going to be a foul on Cash Schneider, it looks like. His first, team's second. And a timeout taken. We'll go ahead and keep you here. Discuss this start here. What have you seen so far, Kevin? We've got a 4-point lead for the Cards. What's going on here in this game?
Well, I gotta say, it's not the prettiest basketball we've ever seen. A lot of missed shots, a lot of open opportunities. The offense is not, I've been asking for it, moving to the ball, make the ball handling a little easier on our point guards. But you know, it's still close. The Cardinals are up, so you can't complain. Just hope to capitalize in the future.
They have done well enough to hold on to the lead that they've had. We were tied for a minute there at 14s, but the Cards are up 4 right now and still have the ball.
I don't think the foul was on Cash. I think it was on 24 on Paola.
Well, the board put it up against the Cards. We'll see if they correct that. That would be Troy Leonard. And there is Schneider, doesn't get that to go. Steven Bassett, no good, off the back of the rim there, falls to Hoyt Hoffine from the line, he scores.
Part of the court he's pretty good from.
You can see the positioning of Crable. He's setting picks and also trying to pull Hoyt Hoffine out of the box. And Schneider, what a finish!
Oh, fantastic.
Hoyt Hoffine against Crable. It's been a good matchup, favorable for the Cards thus far. And the Cards will take this one away. Coach Cleveland says, slow it down. Do not rush things. He gets out his play call, making sure everybody's organized where he wants them.
As we approach the final minute of the first half already.
And Hurtig maybe took a hit to the face there, but no call. Murdoch leading the counter chance, and Miller will score. Paola call a timeout after they've brought it back within 2. Go ahead and take a quick break here.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Prescription drug price.
Back out of the Panthers timeout. They are within a couple here. They scored the first basket of the game, and the Cardinals quickly hit a couple Osborne threes. We did get tied back up at 14s. Otherwise, the Cards have been on top by at least 3 points. But with 40 seconds before halftime, it might be less than that depending on how this possession goes. Dunback. Now Hurtig gets close to the basket, but they won't let him go up for it. Schneider works towards the paint and gets a foul on the floor.
There's 30 seconds remaining here in the half. Cardinals would love to hang on to this lead and maybe extend it.
They've got plenty of players out there capable of a three-point shot. Hurtig loves his corner threes. That's where he's going to get it, but he won't look towards the basket. They might try and kill the rest of the half here before they get their final shot off. No real movement from the Cardinals right now. They're letting this time run down, but Dunback didn't get out of the zone. Schneider saw that one coming. He was urging him towards him. So that is a giveaway there, unnecessary by the Cards, and now the Panthers could tie it or more, and I have a feeling they're going to be looking for the or more.
Just 10 seconds, so they don't have a lot of options to wait.
Hoffine loses the handle on it and then fouls. It's a fourth team foul by Paola. Lane Hoffine.
See if we can get side another half-court shot.
And they've got him off right now, so it would be Otis, Schneider, Osborne. Only 1.6 to go. They're going to do a long inbound. Osborne will go for it, and it will go into the student section, who will make fun of him for that one. But it is a 2-point Cardinals lead on the road here as we go to halftime.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Hey, I'm Mike Grope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done.
Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
For the best care for your pet, choose DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Matt Fair and his team are dedicated to providing high-quality medical care with compassion and a personal touch. They treat every pet as their own, ensuring they receive the attention and respect they deserve. For routine checkups, testing, vaccinations, chiropractic and acupuncture care, or surgical services, you can trust Dr. Fair and his team at DeSoto Veterinary Clinic. Call 913-585-1115 to schedule an appointment today or visit DeSotoVetClinic.com.
All right, welcome in here, halftime show. We were trying to maybe let this winter homecoming thing go through here during the commercial break, but we'll just go ahead and talk during it and announce the results after. I'm sure there are plenty of people from the Paola side interested, but we will get going here on our halftime show brought to us by Attic Storage of Eudora. It is 23-21. The Cardinals are on top here. It's been an interesting one. It's definitely been close. Certainly anyone's game. What have you seen so far in this first half? What do you think might be different, and what will be the same in the second half?
Well, if you're trying to break down for the Cardinals what worked and what didn't, what was working was pressure. The defense, guys like Cage and Hunter running back down on defense to contest those breakaways. And those were paying results. So I think we're going to see more of that, more pressure. What they need to capitalize on are their scoring opportunities. We've seen them turn the ball over on a 5-second violation. We've seen them on the shot clock. So hopefully the coach is talking about improving their movement, getting open, helping the passer, and getting more shots off.
I have to imagine that it is a mission accomplished for the Panthers that Cy Thomas has 0 points right now here. He had 17 and a game winner against them last time. He's been okay with the ball in his hands, but they have just swarmed him. If he has the ball, they close in on him differently than the way they're doing it to any of the other players. That's seen Osborne be able to get 10. Schneider has 4. You'd really like to see Schneider start to throw up more. Sometimes he has games where he's not as involved in the scoring. But if Thomas is going to be shut down like that, it needs to be Schneider. But Otis also deserves a shout-out. He's contributed 6 points thus far. But it seems like it might be a day for Ryan Osborne if it's going to be a good day for the Cards. On the other side for the Panthers, it's Hoyt Hoffine with 10, Bassett with 5, Lane Hoffine with only a couple. We've seen them continue not really be able to use that height so much. There have been some times where they've gotten it done. It's hard not to when you are that tall, but there are some times where they've gone up poorly with the ball, starting low on their body and allowing other players that shouldn't even have a chance to take a ball away from anybody named Hoffine to get the ball away from them. And so that's something that they could hope to try and do better, but I think that seems to be the way that they play. We were saying the same things the last time that we saw them, so that just seems to be a part of how things go for this Paola team. But they are a very good team. They are certainly capable of getting the win. They should have done it the first time, and they are right there in this game. The Cardinals need to make sure they don't get too complacent, which I don't think they have, but they just got to make sure it doesn't happen.
Right, and likewise, even though the last win may have been a little unexpected, now they're in the lead. The Cardinals should continue this. You don't need to win by more than one. You just need to win. And if they can just stay a shot or two ahead of the Panthers, there's no reason they can't keep the lead throughout the remainder of the game.
Well, interestingly, they've stopped the clock, which was running down here to the second half with the homecoming stuff going on. We will make sure to tell you the results. I'm sure there are people from Paola interested, but we will go ahead and go back to a commercial break here on our Attic Storage of Eudora halftime show.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
what would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
All right, so back in here, Attic Storage of Eudora halftime show. I can tell you that it was a member of the basketball team. Lane Hoffine is the homecoming king, the winter homecoming king, and Addison Bame is the homecoming queen there for the Paola Panthers. So both teams have their winter royalty boys here. It was Lincoln Fotov for the Cards. We haven't seen him get into this game yet, but maybe we could have a battle of the kings here in the second half of this one. But yeah, that's the results of the winter homecoming. It's a big thing there, homecoming and the winter royalty and also the pink out. This is a big night here for the Panthers. In fact, Lane Hoffine said that one of his favorite events here has been the pink outs each year for basketball. It has certainly been a great turnout here. You want to show here, Kevin, the ESPN thing in front of the student section just for fun, why not, which is also decked out in pink. But there's a lot of fun festivities here. They're trying to steal our job over there in the student section. We've got about a couple minutes before the second half gets going. Is there anything else you want to throw in here? How about Cage Crable's role thus far in this game, and how Keelan Duncan also still manages to fill a similar role?
I would say that the role players have certainly been involved, whether that's Dunbach, whether that's Hunter, Cage, all these guys out there trying to do their part. I'm a big Cage Crable fan. He and Cash are the guys I cheer for. I'm hoping that he gets more involved. With someone like Hoyt, that size, you need someone like Cage to stay down low to keep him out of the paint. And you talked about it during the game. When Cage stays high on offense, that keeps Hoyt out of the paint as well. So there's definitely a way to be playing it, and I appreciate Cage's effort.
Yeah, and even though Hoyt Hoffine does have 10 points at this point, I think that Crable has done a really good job at this point neutralizing him. I think he's only got a foul or two to his name, so hopefully he can stick around as long as the Cardinals want to use him in this game. But it is so impressive, too, seeing how Keelan Duncan can fulfill a similar role playing outside of his frame, is the way I put it, which does sometimes lead to fouls, and that is going to be something the Cards don't want to give away too many of. If, in fact, the Panthers have locked down their free throw shooting ability, which thus far it seems like they have. They're 5 of 6 at the line as a team. But yeah, it is going to be interesting, and I think a big storyline. That man on your screen there, Cy Thomas, who won this game for the Cards last time, or at least had the last say in the winning effort, is yet to score in this game. That will definitely be something to keep an eye on as we get going here on this second half, with the Cardinals up by a couple on the road. Trying to get to double-digit wins on the season. So they sit one game above 500 right now. Here is Cy Thomas looking for those first points. He'll get them right away. How big is that potentially for Cy Thomas, maybe feeling a little more free in the second half?
Certainly, you love to get your first shot in. If he can follow it up, start building momentum, that's what you really love to see.
Panthers not moving very quickly. 10 on the shot clock and getting to the basket. Lane Hoffine doubles his tally up to 4. Mentioned that these teams split the series last year. That time both teams won on the road. Thomas again. This time no good. Hurtig, though, is the only Cardinals player there against 3 defenders and gets the rebound.
Tell you, Hurtig hasn't been perfect, but he has had a very solid evening helping his team.
He was also very big defensively in the initial win over the Panthers. And Thomas again, he's up. Oh, are they gonna? Yes, it'll stand. It'll be an and one for Cy Thomas. So he not only has broken the duck, he's got the first 5 and maybe 6 points here of the second half.
I think he has certainly decided to play a role here in this second half and carry his team if he has to.
This matches the biggest lead of the game for the Cards. Blacklock could not get that. Blackmore could not get that one. Schneider in the corner, hits it. Great start for the Cards.
Part of the game here.
And Bassett will draw a shooting foul. That'll offer some reprieve for Paola. Schneider, it is his first. You were accurate with your correction earlier that it was the foul on 24 was Emmett Blackmore of Paola and not on Schneider. This was his first. Bassett remains perfect at the line, 4 of 4. Hurtig can't get that one, and Blackmore with a great rebound, but then almost gives it away. Feels like both teams have moved very quickly, a lot of times to somewhat their own detriment, rushing it feels, but Bassett gets that to go. They're back within 5. Schneider, great work. Bassett has to get rid of that one to make sure that they don't give away possession. The newly named homecoming king there. Bassett looking for the foul or the basket there through contact, doesn't get either one. Osborne just pulls up for it and drains it.
He has been on tonight.
And he will induce a timeout with the Cards up 10, their biggest lead of the night.
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
So the Cards up 10 here, Kevin, as we come back out of the Paola timeout. What do the Panthers need to try and do differently here, but also what have they been doing well that they maybe just need to emphasize?
I think they need to be looking for those open three-point shots. They haven't been doing that. They've been trying to get inside, and the referees aren't calling every contact, and so they need to go for more of a finesse game.
Oh, nearly giving that one away, and a foul call. Is that against Thomas? Looks like it. Yes. I believe that's his second and the team's second. No, it's his first. So we had a game last time where it was 65-63. We are on pace for a much lower final score here at this point. Though if both teams were to start dropping threes at the rate which we have seen for some short passages of play, we could find ourselves with a high final score, but it seems like both teams have tried to lock it down much better defensively this time around. Bassett gets close, but can't get it. Good rebound, Hoyt Hoffine, and it'll be a jump ball. Wow.
Panthers retain possession, but I'm sure the Hoffman was hoping for the foul there.
Some of those three-point shooting opportunities being passed up on right now. It'll be a long two instead, and still no good from Hoyt Hoffine. Thomas working to the basket, going up and scoring.
What a powerful drive.
For the time being, the Cardinals are somewhat pulling away here. Here's a three-point attempt, and that one won't go from Murdoch, and the rebound comes up by Cash Schneider. Here's Crable, finds Hertig. Great work back, and that'll be a foul there on the floor. A really strong step by Hertig to find some space. Then he was crashed into. Actually, is this going to be, what's the call here? Looks like a Paola ball. Was it maybe a travel call?
Yeah, that's a possibility, but he got punched in the face.
Yeah, that was interesting. He seemed to have done that as cleanly as he could have and get crashed into. But they will call it a travel, and it will end that Cards possession. At this point, however they do it, the Panthers just need to start scoring. They have been firing blanks here, and their coach Ryan Oshel is going to take a timeout to talk things over with them. 3:23 to go in the third. We'll take another timeout.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Okay.
Back here out of the second of 5 timeouts by Paola. There's something, commotion going on in front of the Eudora bench right now.
A little spillage over here, I'm imagining.
We've seen things get a little scrappy at points in this game, but it hasn't been too bad, and the refs have been letting a lot go. It was a contentious end to the game when the Cards got that buzzer beater. Broke a lot of Paola hearts. 10 on the shot clock here. Hoffine, and going to be a foul there that time. Hoyt-Hoffine not seemed to be pretty upset with that, but it was a foul in his favor. First against Hertig and a third team foul against Eudora.
I know we're not supposed to talk about the referees very much, but they keep disagreeing with each other. One makes a call and another one overrules them.
And momentarily given away there, and they do give it away. Duncan comes away with it, sees Schneider all by himself, hesitates against Bassett and scores in his face. Bassett saw the hezi coming from Schneider, but was not able to stop that layup from the sophomore.
To a 14-point gap. I did not see that coming, I have to admit.
No,
I did not see them separating like this.
It honestly doesn't even really feel like it. Like the Panthers have had the ball and been decent with it, just not actually creating points in the end.
Yeah. I said what the Cardinals have been doing has been fantastic pressure.
Yeah, how have you seen them as this one will, again, a missed shot by Hoyt-Hoffine. He wants a call, won't get it. And looking to Thomas, who's able to keep it alive, but does have to give it away there, otherwise they're just going to be out of bounds. We'll come back to the Cardinals' defensive setup in a moment here. Look at this Panthers possession. Feels like this is at a crucial time. They've got to get some points here. Only put up 4 since the second half began, and there will be a shooting foul here.
They've literally leaned into the fouls.
Some pushing and shoving here. Osborne in the middle of it. Referee having some words with him. Schneider trying to keep him out of trouble as best as he can. Coach Cleveland going to take Osborne out as he's hit with the foul. Again, there were 3 techs handed out in this matchup last time. Osborne up to 3 fouls, and the Panthers into the bonus.
Got to appreciate that senior leadership from Cash, trying to keep his teammate out of trouble.
So while we're here at the line, Hoffine 3 of 4 thus far, now gets another one. What have you seen, Kevin, from the way the Cardinals are setting up defensively against Paola?
They are playing a crazy high defense at the foul line and above, and they are putting so much pressure on ball movement, but that you would think that the Panthers would look at crashing the board, and they haven't.
Going to see another shooting foul against another Hoffine, this time Lane Hoffine to the line.
Wow, so the Cardinals are in the bonus.
The Panthers are the bonus, yeah.
The Cardinals have fouled enough time to put their opponent into the bonus here.
First time we've seen either team enter the bonus in this game. A lot fewer fouls this time than that one, at least so far. But the storyline last game was Paola missing at the line a bunch. They might find themselves with some opportunities, and they've struggled with some short-range shots, but that time the Cardinals can't get that to go. Here's Hoyt-Hoffine. 2 to go before the fourth quarter.
The Cardinals need to be a little bit more cautious on defense, not give up those shooting opportunities from the foul line.
Lane Hoffine. Murdoch.
See, some of these guys are completely uncovered at the three-point line.
Blackmore drops that one in with the left hand for his first couple points. Another Paola timeout. They're going to have only 2 left here with a minute 30. They're back within 10. It's still a big lead for the Cards. Again, would you agree? It just doesn't feel like that. It feels like a closer game.
Yes, absolutely. The back and forth, the speed, the pace. You'd imagine this to be a coin toss game, and instead it's a 10-point lead for Eudora.
And for the Panthers, is that even a good thing? I think it's not a good thing if you almost would feel like you're in the lead, but you actually look up and you're trailing double digits.
Yeah, they've been unable to capitalize. So many opportunities to get the ball down low, clean shots, and the ball just not falling for them. Just really unexpected.
Yeah, and the Cardinals have not been without fault either, but they're there's been fewer mistakes, it feels like. There have definitely been plenty of empty possessions, but this has been a better game for the Cards, but the Panthers just really have let themselves down quite a bit.
And the difference is a little bit of almost greed, right? So this is Cy, this is Cash deciding to take the ball, put it in the hoop themselves, getting to the board if they can, and they're just willing this game ahead for themselves.
Also interesting to see Coach Oshel taking 3 of his 5 timeouts already here. That is a big decision. See how that goes in the late part of this game. They could be at a point where every second matters to try and stop the clock and make a comeback here, and they might not have many timeouts to turn to. Here is Julian Otis. He's hit a couple threes in this game. Osborne back out there. He's got 3 fouls to his name. Here is Otis. Was open for the 3, but felt like enough pressure from Blackmore, and then the pass given away. Lane Hoffine tipped it to Hoyt Hoffine. Blackmore. Crable got a hand in against Lane Hoffine and then did it again. And what's the call there? Looks like they're hitting Crable with one. Oh, that should send him to the line then.
Yep. Well.
Yeah. Crable hit with his second, and it does send Lane Hoffine back to the free throw line where he went 50%. You'd say if he only misses one, it's a productive foul, but the Panthers have struggled to even get shots off many a time thus far. But he does at least miss one.
Well, certainly with Lane and Hoyt, you'd imagine just with their size alone, Lane with his body control, he's able to get to the hoop. Whether they're able to let it fall through the net is a different situation.
Continues shooting 50%. He's 2 of 4 at the line. He's got 6 points. They're back within 9.
And we're in the last minute of the third quarter. This game has just flown by.
Thomas lost the handle for a second. Who's it last off of? They say took a piece of Troy Leonard on its way out, so Cards ball.
Yeah, I like seeing Cash making the decisions on the inbound.
Schneider. Oh, and instead of going to Thomas right next to him, he tried to force it to Osborne and gave it away. Shot clock and game clock almost identical. Hoyt Hoffine has been capable from 3, but didn't want to pull up there.
Yeah, I really think the Cardinals have chosen the people that they're going to concern themselves with on defense.
Bassett can't get that to go. Hoffine grabbed it, and another foul. He'll go to the line. Wow. Crable with a smile of indignation.
Yeah. I mean, a loose ball is a loose ball. Everyone has that's fine.
He's up to 3 fouls now, so he and Osborne both at 3 fouls, the 2 big men for the Cards. They could turn to Carter Lewis if they want that role to continue, but they also trust Keelan Duncan in a similar role.
The lead shrinks to 8.
And for the first time, Lane Hoffine able to hit both of his free throws. And the Cards won't do anything with the last 1.5 seconds.
But I swear if that were Cage over there swiping for that ball, he'd have got called for a foul.
It'll be a 7-point lead as we go to the 4th.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
All this great action has been presented to you by Kansas Insurance. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. They proudly bring Eudora Sports Live to Cardinals fans everywhere. They're going on the fourth quarter after what was a 5-point quarter win for Eudora. They will give this first possession away, though. In the paint there, Hoffine gets that to go. He's got 13 tonight, but he had 10 in the first half. So he's not done much thus far in the second half, which we're only halfway through. First foul of the fourth quarter will go against Lane Hoffine. It's his second. Cards wouldn't mind getting into the bonus. Might make some shots easier for them. Because they also have at this point gone quite a while without doing significant scoring. They did do well there in that quarter, but see themselves only up by 5 in a game they once led by 14. That's definitely not something that can happen without you missing on some opportunities.
Well, I'm going to talk about that. Basketball is the streakiest of all sports. No lead is really safe if it's shy of 20 points or so.
Good shot there by Murdoch as the Panthers creep closer. Thomas, in and out. Panthers feel like they're hitting a flow state to some extent here, but they've always had a good play style tonight. It's just been about converting.
Yep.
Lane Hoffine in the lane. Stephen Bassett goes up through contact, and no call will come. It's a Cards ball.
So timeout Eudora looks like.
Cards take their first of the second half. So looking at this for Eudora, should they be a little bit concerned? And if so, how do they respond? If not, how do they seem to keep playing cool?
Yes and no. Yes, they need to be concerned that their stuff isn't falling, but they've got to keep pulling up. They've got to get Cash involved, drop in threes. I love to see Cy stop dribbling into double coverage on the when he brings the ball up court. But luckily he does have his teammates out showing. But yeah, there's some tiny tweaks that coach can do here.
It feels like right now even just hitting some twos would probably be enough. They could just tread water, but that's becoming less and less the case as their lead shrinks more and more.
Absolutely.
If you're up 5+, then you can certainly try and tread water, but now only up 3. They've really got to keep an eye on that scoreboard.
Interesting alignment of players we have on. This is more of a speed package.
Dunback, Hertig, Thomas, Osborne, and Schneider. Hertig with some space. He really only likes pulling up for corner threes, though. Thomas pulls up from the line. Hertig grabs the ball. And then it was a decent pass to Schneider, but he wasn't quite ready for it and went down. Maybe took a hit to the face there, he thought. Miller, Hoffine, Bassett scores.
It's a one-point game.
They have not led since they hit the first basket of the game. And Osborne bricks that one. Schneider, though, with a great rebound and an and one.
And he's on the ground again. Cash is just getting pummeled.
Bassett's first foul, team's second. Sends Schneider to the line. He's already got 13 points tonight. This is his first trip to the line. And he does not get it. The loose ball, jump ball, goes to the hosts.
Once again, Hertig has been working hard this quarter, this half. I really appreciate the effort he's putting in and challenging the Hoffines.
Panthers 6-2 are leading this fourth quarter. And that one will stay in Paola's hands. Feels like at this point, the Cards are sort of hoping for time to run out on the Panthers. They'd like to attack that outcome more. And that'll be a shooting foul. So Hoyt Hoffine, who's 4 of 6, will go to the line. Thomas hit with his third foul. Or no, excuse me, Dunback hit with his first.
I really thought that call could just as easily have been a travel as it was a foul, as they had called on against Eudora just a few minutes ago.
And Hoyt Hoffine gets them both to go to put himself up to 15 points and bring it back within 1. Schneider can't get it. Bassett rebounds. Chance for the Panthers to take the lead for the first time in a long time. Murdoch. Sense of urgency for this Panthers team. Osborne tried to swipe it away. Bassett hesitates, shoots, no good, and the loose ball last off the Cards. So many shots for the Panthers you would just expect them to make regardless, especially considering they are a winning basketball team that have not gone for them tonight. And this time it'll be a foul against Dunback that sends Lane Hoffine back to the line.
I tell you, the style of attack defense Eudora is playing, the fouls are just an unfortunate byproduct. They just need to get their offense scoring to allow the defense to be as aggressive as it needs to be.
And we are tied for the first time since it was 14-14 back in the second quarter. It's also 10 points now for Lane Hoffine. And the Cardinals have seen what was a 14-point lead vanish. Foul on the floor there.
Tell you what, Reed, if there were a quarter from the midpoint of the third to the midpoint of the fourth, the Panthers have owned that 8-minute time frame.
Yeah, Cards have gone very stale offensively. Coach Cleveland upset there, having to call a timeout to make sure they don't run out of time on the inbound as the Panthers recovering it really well. For Kevin, now some worries for the Cardinals. They find themselves trailing. What do they need to do?
Score. They've got to score. What have they stopped doing in the last 10 minutes? They haven't scored. Cash, Schneider in there trying to will himself into the hoop, getting shots, getting fouls, and just not getting able to drop. Cy, the same thing has happened to him. He's gone a little bit cold. I don't know who we need to get involved. We need to get someone off the bench. I don't know, but someone's got to get a hot hand and got to start shooting.
I think along with that, rebounding has taken a back seat. It was really good for the Cardinals for a long time, but now the Panthers recently have really controlled that. They've used their height well. That was something that Crable was doing very well, Hurtig, Schneider, everybody really was doing that well for the Cards. Maybe that could mean you look to a Keelan Duncan to come in and use his hops to try and get one. At this point, if the Cards could hit a three, they would feel very good about that, but they really should just prioritize scoring anything.
No, absolutely. Even though you got to get to the foul line, whatever it is, put the ball in the net.
Thomas took quite a few steps there, but he did not convert. Miller. Now Bassett. Wayne Hoffine, Hoyt Hoffine. Ooh. Step, shoots, no good, grabs the rebound, and no putback. Still loose. Hurtig, and it's going to be out on the Cards.
Tell you, Lane was out for a Sunday stroll in the paint there.
The time gone does not necessarily hurt the Cards unless the Panthers really put up a three at this point. The Cards would like to take the lead with little time left for the Panthers to respond. And the Panthers just really have not had much teeth for scoring, but they do now get a couple more through Lane Hoffine.
Tell you, whatever worked for the first half of the third quarter, they've got to find a way to get back to that.
Thomas gets that to go. They move quickly. Bassett gets denied by Hurtig. Is it clean? It is. Cards gonna send Cage Crable back out there. He's got 3 fouls. He will grab Hurtig.
Really impressive Hurtig's performance tonight.
Yeah. Only a couple points, but his presence has been felt defensively. Oh, and a giveaway there by the Panthers. The Cards really just letting Paola do their own thing, not forcing them into anything, and they give it away unforced. Now the Cards will send Hurtig right back out for Cage Crable.
Kind of platooning the team here, offense versus defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to be part of the fact that Crable's up to 3 fouls. Osborne drops it in, Cards lead. Hoyt Hoffine drives, and he's going to score that one. Thomas with a bit of space. Now Miller pressures him. Osborne finds Dunback, finds Hurtig. Gets a tip from him, but he's able to grab it back. Thomas fading away and scoring.
Whittling that shot clock down pretty low there.
Thomas loves seeing a clock that's about to hit zeros. Got less than 100 seconds in regulation. Miller wants the 3, won't get it. Rebound by Hoffine. And now he works to the basket, no good, still loose. Miller, foul against the Cards.
Got a player down.
It's Stephen Bassett holding his left knee.
Bass has been very active tonight to the ball. Strong player.
Looks like it might just be a cramp. They're going to go ahead and stretch him out. See here. Thinking about sending you away. We can just show the Eudora bench. Just let him be worked on by the trainer here with 1:24 to go. The Cards do lead, but the Panthers will have the ball. How does the time factor in here? The Cards have really not rushed the Panthers defensively. How do you feel about that, and how do they? What do you think they approach?
It's been the right choice. Frankly, it's been the right choice. They have lacked decisiveness. Hoyt and Lane will drive. Everyone else stays out and moves the ball around. And pressure has produced bad passing, bad rebounding, and the Cardinals have been able to capitalize here in the last couple of minutes.
Bassett's going to exit the gym here after he did get to his feet, walk just fine to the bench. But he might not be a factor here this final minute. See how that goes for the Panthers. If you're the Panthers, you could allow the Cardinals to allow you to let the clock run, but then you're really trusting yourself to make a shot, which they have not been bad at in this fourth quarter, but they have had some struggles with shooting. And that one won't go. Hoffine slaps it, but cannot hold possession. Thrown to Dunback by Schneider, who can't score. And who's it ball? It's Cards ball. Big call there. That one could have gone either way.
Well, I think they were hoping to draw the foul there and just not getting the call.
So a big miss, though, for the Cards at a crucial time, but they are allowed to hold on to the ball, maybe try and kill some time and put more points up.
Let's see who flashes to get open for the inbound here.
A 3 could feel like a dagger depending how much time is left, but it should be a 2 just for the sake of getting a shot you feel comfortable with and making a tough margin for Paola.
As we approach the last minute of the game here.
Thomas just pulls up. That was a rushed shot, and then Osborne can't score, and they give it away. I'm not sure why they would shoot so quickly. Oh, Thomas, foul call. Coach Cleveland cannot believe it. It's his third and the team's fourth.
Going in the bonus here would be a big problem.
It's going to be tough, though, to play clean. This has been a very physical game. Crable out there defensively for the Cards. Hoyt Hoffine pulls up. No good. Osborne rebounds. 5-second difference between shot and game clock, and Paola is not pressuring.
He's got a pass.
And that'll be a timeout, Coach Cleveland.
I think Coach was scared of the 5-second violation there again.
It could be that, or there might have been some connection there between him and Thomas that they were going to kill as much time and then take that timeout. One or the other, but it's not a horrible situation there. But it is dangerous. The less time it's up there, the less time to respond. If you lose the lead, it's just a 1-point lead. They could try and add to it, but this is going to be, we could see another buzzer beater very easily.
Yeah, I would love to see them, someone like Cash Schneider with the ball somewhere near the paint, driving in, trying to draw the contact. He's fantastic at the hoop and one, so let's see what happens there.
There was a 5-second difference. There's 26 seconds left in the game. Do the Cardinals try and kill as much of it as possible? Should they almost shoot earlier to leave themselves time to respond if they miss? What do you think?
I would say with under 10 seconds, they want to start getting to the shot.
Okay.
And then, assuming that they score, if they score, they're going to play half-court defense. If they don't score, they're going to play a full-court defense and really try to pressure the Panthers.
The Panthers have one more foul to give before the bonus. So that might be something on the forefront of their mind to try and preserve time. That even if the Cards get to a shooting position, foul them, take away that opportunity, but you'd hate to give up an and one. Dunbat grabs the inbound. Looks like they are trying to foul, and they will. So a fourth team foul now.
Trying to salvage that clock as best they can.
It's Murdoch's fourth. So he will now check out for Gannon Miller. It looks like we're going to get a fun finish once again here. Will it be fun because it's revenge for the hosts, or will it be fun because the Cardinals get the sweep over Paola? Shot clock is off now, and another foul. Thomas will be set to the line. Oh, Thomas pushes Hoffine away.
Technicals.
Oh my, you cannot let them get to you like that.
Be intrigued to see what happens here because Sai should be shooting, but then he got teed up.
That is, yeah, I understand he's a sophomore. You cannot let them get to you like that. Job almost done here for the Cards. And he lost his cool. Officials discussing what's going to happen here. There was some pushing back from Paola, but none quite as big as Thomas's first shove on Lane Hoffine.
But the last time we had a scuffle, even bigger than that, they called nothing. So I don't know what they're going to do here.
It all started after Thomas was fouled intentionally, and then the player for Paola fell to the floor after getting bumped lightly by his elbow. Unintentional, wouldn't have been called for anything. Then Hoffine came in and said, "Why'd you do that?" And Thomas pushed him away. So they've got both teams in the bonus now.
So what should happen here is Sai should shoot his 2, then Lane should shoot his 1, and then the Panthers should have the ball at midcourt.
Would it just be 1? I think it might be more.
We'll see.
Especially in the bonus.
We shall see.
Well, this is looking like a tech. Well, maybe because there is the tech, so the rebounds don't matter. Okay.
2-point lead. 3-point lead. Sai has done his job.
And it's going to be Hoyt Hoffine. He's 6 of 8. I thought it was Lane Hoffine that got pushed, but they've got Hoyt at the line.
I think on the tee you can choose your shooter.
Okay.
Oh, it is 2 shots. You were right.
And they'll start with the ball as well. Unfortunate moment for the Cards to lose their cool like that. They had a lot of the job was done. But there is one miss there. That was a big thing. It was not just the missed free throws. It was missed free throws from technical fouls. They were a big factor. The Cardinals had 2 techs called on them in the game, and I think the Panthers only hit half of those shots. That was a big let-off there. And so it's still a 2-point lead, but the Panthers start with the ball.
So the Panthers called the timeout. Coach is trying to do, what are we going to do with these last? I think it's 16 seconds remaining. You're going to want to see a tight inbound. You're going to want to see screens, and then you're going to want to see an open shot. Hopefully, they're going to look for Hoyt at the top of the key, where he has just absolutely been fantastic tonight.
I'm just still so. I personally don't get how athletes can lose their heads like that. Just because it didn't happen to me when I was a player, but I've seen many a player. I've had many a teammate where I'm like, just don't let it get to you, and that is impossible for many people.
I did go the other way as a player. I was a little more emotional, but hey, you're in this to win.
I would just think you'd have your eye on the prize of the win. That's the way to rub it in. That's the way to shove them back away from you, win the game. And they still do have their lead, but it was a very favorable situation when he was going to be set to the free throw line there with nothing else.
Yeah, very tenuous lead here, only 2 points, 17 seconds or so remaining. Time for defense.
There it is. 15 to go in the game. Bassett back out after leaving with the trainer earlier. Gets the ball. Blackmore loses the handle. Gets it out to Murdoch. He can't. Oh, what's the call? Is that going to be a 3-point shooting foul?
2 seconds remain on the clock.
And I think he's going to get 3 shots. It'll be Murdoch's first time to the line. It's also Cy Thomas's day done. So if the Cards find themselves needing a buzzer beater shot, they cannot go to the man who already did it against Paola and has 2 this year. Ty Thomas's day is done at 14 points, all of which came in the second half. And we are tied.
I imagine if this goes in, there should be a timeout for Eudora.
Yeah. If not, 2 seconds to make some magic happen. It does go. So the exact reverse story, the Panthers being big at the free throw line here, but we do have a potential same setup here for the Cards to maybe get another buzzer beater win. How did they go about it with 2 seconds? And no Cy Thomas.
Yeah.
I think you're looking at Osborne, I think.
Osborne or Cash Snyder, those are your only 2 real power shooters. Yeah, it's going to be tricky.
And does the inbound still come from below the baseline after the timeout?
It should.
If the Cards win, that would be unbelievable. If they win this game. But it's also crazy that they're even in this spot. They should have had it put away.
No, absolutely. From that midpoint of the third quarter, they have just given away the lead of this game and failed to capitalize on opportunity after opportunity.
We've seen 5 lead changes within this fourth quarter. The Cards had a 14-point lead at one point in this second half. And now they've only got 2 seconds to try and solve the fact that they trail.
So full court press from the Panthers.
They might go for a full inbound, like a long inbound here.
Yeah.
Lane Hoffine is in the face of Hertig, who will do the inbound. Alex Gonzalez checks in for his first seconds of the game. And here it is. Hertig launches it. And what do we got? Oh, Paola ball. The ref on the baseline was going to give it to Eudora, but that's probably going to be game. And the game is over. The Panthers get a comeback victory. And the series is split on the year. The Cardinals see a 14-point lead disappear here tonight, and they get beat on the road. It's not an upset victory, but it's an upsetting defeat for the Cardinals. They felt like they should have had that one. They fall back to 500. The Panthers go to 12-7. And it is a big, big win for the Panthers. We will go to a break and wrap this one up on the postgame show next.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
I just want to thank everybody in the community for trusting us with the care of their animals, and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Rass gets it away. Moore's down the middle, and he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Okay, post-game show brought to us by Eudora Animal Hospital. For 40 years, Eudora Animal Hospital has been caring for pets and livestock with fair pricing, trusted service, and compassionate care. Pet owners from across the region trust their four-legged friends to Eudora Animal Hospital. You can learn more at eudoravet.com. So a tough pill to swallow there for the Cards. It was an 8-point fourth quarter victory for the Panthers. They put up their biggest quarter of 18. Cards put up their smallest with only 10.
Wow.
And it never feels good to point the finger, but you have to look at Cy Thomas. The technical for me stands out even more than the three-point shooting foul, but both are not great, and it came at just such a costly moment there. It was tough with the refereeing in this game. It felt wishy-washy at times. There were different things being called and not being called. So specifically, that's why I look more at the tech than I do at the three-point shooting foul. That one felt less, I don't know, it was more unpredictable. But when you shove a guy that gets in your face after you've just drawn a foul that'll send you to the line, you're going to get in trouble there. And every point mattered, with it only being a 1-point margin of defeat for the Cards, victory for the Panthers. But if you look at it from the Paola side of things, it's some sweet revenge for them to get a close win over the Cards, especially at the hands of Cy Thomas, because he was the one that got the buzzer beater over them in Eudora. So they do split the series here. Cards fall back to 500. What did you make of this one, Kevin?
So emotional. The teams were putting a lot of effort in. I think our shooting percentages may have been a season low, but it's hard to predict a game like this. That the last one was a buzzer beater, so it was down to one shot. This game came down in the last few minutes down to a tie game, a 1-point, a 3-point lead. So they, it's just an emotional loss. Hopefully, coach is building them up and they're getting ready for their next game. But there are a lot of things you can build on here in the days and weeks ahead.
Yeah, for the Cards, they've now dropped a couple in their last 6 games, and the other loss was a very winnable game against Baldwin where they had some leads at points. They had a 14-point lead in the second half of this one, but could not pull it out. For Paola, they have now won 5 of their last 7. They are up to 12-7. They have been very effective this year, and it was surprising. I mean, for a while, they were not playing well at all. I think that for longer portions of the game, they were the team not playing well. But when they did figure it out, the Cardinals were also simultaneously really struggling, and the Panthers just were able to put up more points when it mattered. And, yeah, there were 5 lead changes in that fourth quarter, and they ended up coming out 1 point in front.
Right, so the first half, completely even, right? We come out with a 2-point lead coming into the second half. Then the first 4 minutes of the third quarter, just absolute inspiration hits the Cardinals. They go out to that aggressive lead, 14 points. And then for the next 12 minutes of gameplay, the last quarter and a half, they just could not maintain that significant gain that they'd made there in those first 4 minutes.
Yeah, difficult. And, I mean, you look at Cy Thomas, he put up 14 points in the second half. He had 0 at halftime, ended the game with 14 when he fouled out. You look at Osborne, he kind of went quiet after starting so hot. He did end with 16 points, which is a great showing, but they would have liked more from him. Schneider ended up 13. Otis also hit a couple early threes, and that ended up being the sum of his contribution to the game. But I don't know. I don't think they did a whole lot wrong. I think they kind of went stale there at the end. You really would like them to keep better control of the emotions. And the Panthers, they just, in the end, apparently kept it close enough to figure it out by the time that everything was said and done.
Well, and not to lean into it too heavily, but I think we just mentioned the inconsistency that the referees exhibited here, where, someone like Cash Schneider works to draw contact, get into the paint, get into draw the body contact, get thrown to the floor, and 1 out of 4 times he gets the foul against the Panthers, and the rest they just don't call, and so that's very hard for a player as hard charging as Cash Schneider that to not get those calls that I think he's probably accustomed to, frankly.
Yeah, and it went both ways. The inconsistency was all over the place of just not knowing what am I going to get if I do this, and so it led to maybe a more timid performance from both teams. And I say it a lot. All you'd like really is consistency. I just want to know what's going to happen, which it's not necessarily true. If you're talking about a strike zone and it's a ball, don't keep calling it a strike. But at least if I can know what's going to happen, that helps me know if I need to swing at that pitch. And you can apply that analogy to the basketball game here.
And there was lots of hard contact that some refereeing crews would definitely have called fouls. There was disagreement among the referees among themselves. The ball belongs here. The ball belongs over here. It's a shooting foul. It's not a shooting foul. So really, hard where to exactly place the blame for how the loss came to Eudora. But there are a lot of things that they could have done better.
Yeah, and just in a close game like this, having refereeing where you're not certain of what's going to happen just makes it more difficult. And in the end, when you lose by such fine margins, you're going to reflect on it and think, man, not only could we have done better, but that could have maybe gone better for us, been more predictable. But the Cardinals do come out behind here. We'll go ahead and just look right now what is coming up next on Eudora Sports Live. I believe it'll be on Tuesday. Yes, it will be the 17th that we are back in action. That matchup will be, one second here, the Cards taking on Lewisburg in Eudora, so that'll be a good matchup there, a good rivalry, more Frontier League action for both sides as the boys team tries to get back above 500 now as they sit at 9-9, and the Lady Cards continue their onslaught of the Frontier League, try and extend what is currently a 7-game winning streak. So we will be there for that one. That'll be Hayden Harves back with myself, Reed McAvoy, and I think that if there's anything else you want to add on this doubleheader before we get out of here, all right, well, I want to say thank you to everybody here in Paola. This is a great setup, a great atmosphere, great gym. Thank you to Aaron Feely for filling in for me earlier, and it's good to get to be here at a great atmosphere and call these 2 games. So we will go ahead and send you off with that for Kevin McAvoy alongside me and myself, Reed McAvoy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Go Panthers, go Cardinals, and good night.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
From the gridiron to the hard court, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local